Today, I want to bring a topic to the table which I find is present within, I guess I can't say 100% of my clients, but 99.9%. And this is the topic of anxiety being present. So, I often find that anxiety with most people is present when they start to explore this sense of themselves and they start to go deeper than just those surface levels and layers of oneself. So when we explore these depths of this human consciousness and the complexities of one's own mind, we will encounter that pervasive presence of that sense of anxiety. So the deeper we go, we're going to see, oh, there's some things maybe we haven't looked at or we haven't explored with clarity. So it will manifest in various forms, and it will grip that individual with its unsettling hold, and it will hinder the flow of their daily lives. We really want to get into this. So we need to seek some solace and understanding, and as such, a lot of people do and are turning to Ayurvedic psychology because of its profound insights into the interplay between that trifecta of the mind, body, and the spirit. So Ayurveda has always had a holistic approach. So it looks at the entire being and it delves into that intricate tapestry of human existence because it recognizes that mental well-being, it just can't be isolated from the physical and emotional aspects of our being. So it perceives anxiety not just as a kind of psychological phenomenon, but more as a manifestation of imbalances within the individual's entire system. So, as such, because it recognizes this, the Ayurvedic psychology it acknowledges that the mind is intimately connected to the body, and imbalances in one realm inevitably reverberate through the others. Right? So, within our Ayurvedic understanding, anxiety arises when there's this delicate equilibrium between the three doshas is interrupted. So that's the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which if you've seen my other videos, we've talked about these doshas before. And when we can see that those are disrupted, right, that's where that equilibrium is thrown off. So Vata is associated with movement and air, and it governs the entire nervous system. And when it's imbalanced, it can contribute to a sense of restlessness, of worry, and of a racing mind, where Pitta is linked to, we can say, fire, which would mean that transformation. So when that is aggravated, it can lead to intense emotions and an overactive mind, which is highly prone to stress. The last one is Kapha. Kapha is grounded in stability and in earth. So when that's disrupted, it can engender a sense of heaviness, of lethargy, and of being trapped, something closing in on us. So to alleviate this anxiety, Ayurvedic psychology offers a totally multifaceted approach. And it aims to restore harmony within that mind-body system of all of those doshas. So it looks at all of these doshas and finds how to rebalance this system to bring a sense of equanimity, a sense of calm. So it emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and self-reflection as crucial, fundamental tools for understanding the root causes of the anxiety. Without this sense of self-awareness and self-reflection, we can't explore and we can't go deeper than just that sense of surface level. And when we don't go further than just that surface level, we stay trapped within a sense of cause and effect continually. So by cultivating a sense of mindfulness, we gain insights into our own thoughts, into our emotions, and we begin to see our patterns and behavior, and they unravel. Right? We can see them. And when they unravel, we gain a sense of clarity towards their doing. We can see when they arise, why they arise, what they are associated with. In Ayurvedic psychology, it places such a huge importance on the concept of prana. So prana is this vital life force that permeates all aspects of our existence. This is something we come to understand subjectively. This is something that I assist you with understanding, right? There comes some therapies, approaches, understanding lessons, and this clarity is something that just unfolds within oneself. So it recognizes that anxiety can constrict and disrupt this free flow of prana. It causes stagnation and imbalance, and through a lot of different practices like pranayama, which are breathing exercises, meditation, mantra, individuals, they're able to reconnect with that breath and facilitate the movement of prana and encourage a sense of calm and tranquility. This is a very subtle process, and it's incredibly effective, and it has to be done very mindfully, with intention, with purpose. And there is a way to develop this intention and this purpose. So, in a sense of intuition arises out of this. And it's through that intuition that we're able to view the workings of the mind with much more clarity. So, we also advocate for a lifestyle that promotes balance and nurtures the mind. So we recommend that incorporating nourishing foods, herbal remedies, gentle like physical activities into our daily routines. It helps pacify these aggravated doshas, and therefore it alleviates those underlying causes of anxiety. So there's a wide range of herbal formulas that have been traditionally used to support the nervous system and promote a sense of this tranquility. So we also have to remember that with Ayurveda and Ayurvedic psychology, we do go far beyond the symptomatic relief. So we want to invite each individual to delve deeper into their existential inquiries and cultivate a transformative relationship with anxiety itself. And we can only do that by viewing this anxiety, of understanding it, of subjectively having an experience of this anxiety and forming this deeper relationship with it. So we always encourage a compassionate exploration of these messages that we are experiencing within ourselves. And it's through this self-inquiry and introspection that we can discern the underlying factors that are contributing to anxiety and work towards a true sense of inner freedom, of that sense of equanimity. And that's what we really want to get to with this, exploring this anxiety together. You have support, you have assistance, and we grow a sense of equanimity. Therefore, we gain a different perspective on it. So we need to embrace these principles of Ayurvedic psychology as each of us kind of embark on this really profound journey of self-discovery and self-transformation. We will learn how to navigate these intricate nuances of your own mind, your body, and your spirit, and you'll learn how to develop a harmonious relationship with yourself and with this anxiety. So through the integration of that Ayurvedic wisdom and those contemporary insights, we offer a path towards a sense of inner serenity. So we empower the individuals to navigate their own life challenges with deep clarity and resilience. It becomes an opportunity for growth and self-realization. Right? So we want to confront our fears and insecurities and attachments, but from a developed and cultivated space of a sense of self. So we embrace that anxiety as a teacher rather than an adversary. It becomes totally different. This means that these feelings of anxiety may arise within ourselves. And we've developed a sense of inner self where we're able to, in a healthily detached manner, view this anxiety. And rather than just succumbing to it and working with the conditions of anxiety as they play out, we have now a new tool to explore that anxiety in a very, very different manner. in a way which brings deep insight into ourselves. It may be uncomfortable, but the more we do it, the more comfortable it becomes. So we always emphasize the importance of cultivating a sense of self, love, and compassion. They're integral aspects of our healing, and we need to be gentle, we need to be non-judgmental towards ourselves at all points, and we need to recognize that anxiety is a natural response to the challenges of life. This is what's happening. We don't want to judge ourselves. We don't want to bring a space of judgment. We want to look at things and have a sense of self-acceptance. But there's a sense of self-acceptance not in terms of just saying this is how I am and that is how it is. Not like that. A sense of self-acceptance by stating these emotions are here. These emotions are present. I'm viewing them from now a developed and cultivated sense of being. How do I integrate this anxiety into that higher sense of awareness which I have developed with myself? That's a subjective experience, and this is something we would go through together. And this is why Ayurveda works so incredibly well in all these aspects of life, because we're developing who we are beyond these reflexive and conditioned patterns and behaviors of our minds. We move beyond the mind, right? And when we do that, when we move beyond the mind, we will instantaneously recognize the interconnectedness of our environment with that wider universe. We start to expand ourselves, and it's within that sense of self-expansion that we also acknowledge the impact of our external factors on our mental well-being, and emphasize the importance of creating a supportive and nurturing environment. And that involves cultivating healthy relationships, engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, fostering a sense of connection and interconnection with nature itself, understanding that we are an aspect of this nature, right? Our prakriti. We need to understand these things. By understanding our dosha, we start to understand who we are, how we function, how we think, and we develop ourselves past that notion and idea of the mind. So it's a very, very wonderful journey that we can go on together. And we'll always encourage these you to engage in different kinds of self-practices. And for each dosha, there's going to be different kinds of practices which work better for you, right? Like for the, let's say for a pitta individual who, when they're out of balance, become incredibly competitive. We wouldn't want to develop activities which would be highly competitive for this individual, because it begins to be more aggravating. And a lot of people might be doing these sort of things for themselves. Maybe a lot of people that have this pitta, there's a lot of heat that's involved in it, a lot of fire and transformation. Sticking them in a hot yoga class, for example, and having them do this sort of thing where they're being very competitive with hot yoga, right? Intense high heats. They're going to become incredibly imbalanced. This is something that over time is going to lead to illness. It's going to lead to mental and physical illnesses. So we want to look at what is right for the individual. How do we maintain these doshas, right? So that may involve in gentle exercises like any kind of yoga, tai chi, in therapeutic massage, Ayurvedic treatments. And we need to set aside time for reflection and introspection. It's a necessity. We need to prioritize self-care. And we need to replenish our energy reserves. That means taking part in things which serves us, not which drain us. And at first, we might find ourselves saying, well, all of these things drain me. That's okay. We just set aside time and find little things that you can do for yourself to strengthen your sense of resilience and create a solid foundation for your own emotional well-being. So I want you, and I'm inviting you, to transcend the limitations of anxiety and tap into your innate capacity for inner freedom and joy. Now, I offer out a holistic framework that acknowledges the interplay between the mind, body, and spirit, once again that trifecta, which enables you to navigate the complexities of anxiety with a sense of wisdom and grace that you develop from inside. So just as a reminder, the Ayurvedic psychology and what I do, it helps provide a profound approach to understanding and addressing your anxiety by recognizing that interconnectedness of our being and the imbalances from within, we'll find a path of healing and transformation. So through that self-awareness and that self-care and that self-compassion, you'll unravel the complexities of your own anxiety and cultivate a sense of inner harmony and embrace life with a sense of serenity, purpose, and equanimity. Reach out to me, send me a message, and we will get started right away. Namaskar.